Odo for me sanso ma nyina akwa ba edeba acromative so mo ni sa acromative die ko die ba na abreni abrebia fast forward de bremu odo for say eboran semni mu a niama ekoso Ghana ha say ni de under John Dramani Mahama na memu ne de amanfo bebre na no mo che o ma adwen fa ho ye say adenti a Chief Justice Supreme Court tama na omudi na asem no omanfa camera ensi omso na den na John Dramani Mahama one na bande no omudi sie adenti a chese trial no anase Chief Justice ne suspension anase ne sake no nsem na ekopim wo Supreme Court ni ade na omudi asem no omanfa camera oman invite media for no na chese obi am be take live coverage na mwamu ni mse sansem we nyina no ewo 1992 constitution ni I say trial be koso na ade a Supreme Court to say hiu say Ghana fo nyina mu twa na live na Ghana fo nyina hu nsema ekoso eni kwan se moye nkukurum odofo enti John Dramani Mahama ni new Chief Justice na jese Supreme Court otina akundwe mu a odi asem no a okache media fo se mo bi amba odofo no ho aba asem dendende a meso meji ni nyina brɛ ewa acromatic so odofo man ko na yenkotie nsem ni nchire mu mra sisi a
number of the things that are happening are so political that when it comes to these matters, I like to put on the hat of a constitutional student.
Right.
I studied the Constitution. I am concerned about certain issues that I consider vital, particularly the trial in camera provision. You ask yourself, what is the rationale for that provision in our Constitution? It's there in black and white. What is its purpose? And if we were to give it a purposive interpretation, where shall we get to? The purpose, is it to benefit the people of Ghana as a whole that the Chief Justice might be tried in camera? Because you see that even before you get to the in-camera provision, in the very beginning, the Constitution tells us justice belongs to the people. It emanates from the people. Justice belongs to all of us as a people. One may say that this provision will be at variance with the one that says trial must be done in camera.
In fact, it is clear in Article 1468.
Yes.
It says the entire proceedings must be held in camera.
And if that is so, that will belongs to me. The people are the owner of that issue, that process, whatever happens with regard to the Chief Justice. Why should the people be banned from being part of knowing the process going on?
Oyiwa asem no na yaka ni nyina a menso mede ni nyina brɛ ewo acromatic so yesi chese se nsem bi ekoso secret trial bi ekoso saa na chese raise a lot of questions na adenti a moamonim se 1992 constitution dey stating clear say trial bi koso ewo court whether Supreme Court or hiu was say eba pefe public no bia ehwebi media personalities ni nyina say omo akwanya say oso kono ko take live coverage na TVs no bia hwebi se na be ya nsem bi okukuem obia behu say okay saa da we die yi saa trial we nyina mo bia so ye den ehwebi ba we die omo ye ni secret trial na chese Ghana fo nyina ka say na say constitution na ka say se bibi say koso dia o say mu yi na nyina yire ehwebi na de na mu nyina mo ayene secret entino John Dramani Mahama onankasa ni Chief Justice new one no person ni siso no chese ne ho abansem dendenden aye say secret trial bi a chief justice ne samsem na oye no chese ai deja obi aka ho asem a me so medi ni nyina bre o akomative so for man ko na yentu ansem no so magisia.
If the people have the right as owners of the very process of adjudication, then of course they should be able to visit the farm that is theirs. If I hire a laborer to weed my farm, I don't see how the laborer can tell me, you don't come there, I am going to weed, I'll do everything to the end, and then I'll come and take my money. Maybe he won't even want you to see what he's done, and yet comes to demand his pay. Will that be reasonable? Justice is reason. So you see that the two passages may be said to contradict themselves. Because if you have provided that justice is mine, then you cannot stop me from
what the president is seeking to do, going to what the constitution says, the potential removal of the chief justice. First, what is your reading of what is happening as far as the Article 146 is concerned and the processes taken by this administration?
A number of the things that are happening are so political that when it comes to these matters,
I'm trying to understand the wisdom behind the framers of the Constitution as far as, I mean, the provision 146(8) is concerned. I'm trying to understand perhaps what motivated them to have come to such a conclusion. And you say that sometimes it is to protect the office of that particular person, even in matters relating to national security. After they say because of the sensitive nature of the matter is in question, trial must be held in camera. So if the person in question,
even a part of the trial must be held in camera. That is when they are going to discuss maybe some security documents. But as for the trial per se, a person must ordinarily be tried by the ordinary courts of the land. Remember the Chachu Chikata case?
Right.
He made a very important pronouncement on human rights. He said, I want to be tried by the ordinary courts of the land, not a special court established for me. I agreed with him 100%. Being the jurist that he is, he appreciated the notion of the ordinary court, the notion of the ordinary courts of the land. I want to go to the High Court. Try me before any court, but don't establish a special court for the trial of me only. How can I trust? For the trial of me only. How can I trust
the process?
The process.
Right. So in this case, because this is the first time a sitting chief justice is being taken through this process, the implications are quite clear. Could she? But I'm trying to understand the wisdom behind the framers of the Constitution as far as, I mean, the provision 146(8) is concerned. I'm trying to understand perhaps what motivated them to have come to such a conclusion. And you say that sometimes it is to protect the office of that particular person, even in matters relating to national security. After they say because
the president does some consultation with the Council of State. He comes back. Then the president has the power by law. And when I say president, I don't mean
the current one,
president,
the office.
I've consistently said I don't like it to be said that I'm talking about President A or President B. The person who is president, man or woman, then constitutes a panel. 5 people. 2 Supreme Court judges. And of course, I don't believe there's any Chief Justice in Ghana who did not have some problem or the other by way of preference, whatever, with some 2-3 Supreme Court judges.
We'll come to that in the course of this conversation.
Okay. It's not possible. Then you pick any 2 Supreme Court. Then the president does some consultation with the Council of State. He comes back. Then the president has the power by law. And when I say president, I don't mean
the current one,
president,
the office.
I've consistently said I don't like it to be said that I'm talking about President A or President B. The person who is president, man or woman, then constitutes a panel. 5 people, 2 Supreme Court judges, and of course, I don't believe there's any Chief Justice in Ghana who did not have some problem or
whether these individuals, for example, if they are influenced by individuals, for example, if they are influenced by some other affiliation rather than the facts presented to them, that affiliation can sway them to take certain positions, and it will lead to the exit of the Chief Justice.
Sure. That is what it means. It means, therefore, that once the president decides you should go, you're on your way out. On your way out. You know, I don't know why very often we don't analytically record historical events. Analytically record historical events. There was a fine judge in the Supreme Court, Justice Amwasechi. The right to demonstrate in some of the early Supreme Court cases, he expounded the law.
Right.
And for that matter, enhanced the human rights of Ghanaians. But some people didn't like him at that time. At one time, there was an attempt to get him of him in this way. And then the good old, well-established lawyer and judge, when they were in the process of going to do empanelment and so on and so forth, he read between the lines and retired from the judiciary.
Adofo we na ensema aidija ogana ase obi aka ho asema meso medini nyina brɛ ye sei John Dramani Mahama ni acting Chief Justice no ni si akonya so no chese ye se ensem chishada kim adenti a chese trial no ye ni secret ye se agenda kese pa na chese NDC for no omode basa na be ye ometumi yi ye Chief Justice get to take on efi akonya so dofo when I say bebre ekoso a chese John Dramani Mahama onankasa ni Chief Justice as see na odinesi akonya so ne ho aba asem dendende ameso megye nyina bre wa chromatic so dofo aha na mede mu nyina besi makra mu nyina meda mu nyina ase